Hey guys, this is E with Scrapbooking with Me, and we are going to work on the 100 Days of Junk Journal Ideas collaboration with Rach and Belle Crafts. We're on week 3. I can't believe that. Where did week 2 go? But anyway, we are on week 3. You have some wonderful, wonderful creators on here, and I'll go over a few of them. Make sure that you click the link below and go to all the channels, like and subscribe and watch their video, because Rachel is giving away, I think she's giving something away. I don't know if every week or at the end. But anyway, make sure you do that. You want to get in on all the giveaways. And she has some, I think, freebies up too. So week 3 is tags and decorative elements. That's what I'm supposed to do. So Saturday was Rach and Bella, and then Sunday was Antonio Makes. Monday was Mimi's Keepsakes. Tuesday is Rach and Bella again, and then today, Wednesday, is me, Scrapbooking with Me. Thursday is Little Nest Crafts. Friday is I'm going to butcher this name. I'm sorry. I've said it right before, but right now my mind's just blank. Nagiza Creates. I hope. If that's wrong, I'm sorry. There's her name right there. Nagiza. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm just Southern. I don't know how to pronounce things. Week 4, envelopes and hidden journaling spots. So that'll be next week. Starting on Saturday, you've got Rach and Bella Crafts. Sunday, G. Kerr. Monday, Visualized NZ. Tuesday, The Treasured Page. Wednesday, Raindrop Lila. And then Thursday, Shabby Debbie Doodah, and that's Tina. And then Friday, you got Crafty Landing. So a great lineup for you guys to watch. Like I said, make sure you click on the link below. It'll take you over to Rach and Bella's website, and she has all the information there, all the links to the products. The products are absolutely beautiful. If you haven't seen them yet, make sure that you go and look at her video where she shows the full kit. And I think she has the kit on sale right now, so you want to pick it up while it's on sale. Okay, what I did, I went ahead and put mine in a journal. Of course, you know I'm going to make a journal out of it. I always do. So these are some of the pages. I mean, that's gorgeous, just gorgeous. There's another page. And in between, of course, I've got some of my page. Look at that. Yummy, yummy. They're just gorgeous. That's some of my paper. And then there, look at that. I mean, this collection is beautiful. And it is called Love Letter, I think. Is that what it's called? Love Letter? Oh, Lord, my mind just left me. Let's see. Don't think it says on here. But I think it's called Love Letter. If it's not, I'll put the correction right here. I don't have it right in front of me at this minute. There's that one. Beautiful. Now, some of these, I think, on the background are, well, I think all of them are her prints. It's hard to say some of them might be mine. I love that one. But I think all of those are hers. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Eiffel Tower in the background. That's really pretty. I love that paper. And look at that. Looks like a brooch there. And I thought this paper I got from a friend, and I thought it went real well with that. And there's the Eiffel Tower, and it's got just a little bit of pink here and there. And that, of course, you know where that page come from. That come from my friend at Inky Finger Society. And then look at that. Oof. That's some of my Braille paper. Look at that one. Wow. I mean, those pearls look so real, they look like you could pick them up. Let's see. There's that one. And then there's the center of my signature, and that's absolutely gorgeous. And of course, then just the other side of the pages. And I used a piece of this trim that I got from a sweet friend in a little rack that she sent me. Isn't that pretty? And it's got the little flowers, and I think it's got, there's some little cherries. And then it's got a pear or an apple there. So, and then I just used a piece of this. I think the same friend sent me this fabric, or maybe it was a different friend. But I have so many friends, and it's wonderful. Sent me some of this fabric, and I just pressed it. Somebody asked me, how do you get yours so crisp? I use my heat press, and when I get my pieces cut out for my cover, I just put it in my heat press and heat it, and it flattens everything out nice and flat and crisp. I don't know, I just like that. So, got my journal made. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to make some tags and decorative elements to go in it. Now, you guys know I always need tags. It is never a time in my life when I don't need tags. And I'm pulling out some of the scraps that we're going to start with. And then when we make a few tags, then I'm going to show you a little twist on some things that we're going to do also to put in here. So don't think this is just going to be another tag video, because it's not. It's going to be a little bit of a surprise, but you have to watch till the end. Now, this paper is gorgeous, and I'm pretty sure, Rachel, didn't this come out of yours? I'm pretty sure it did. I just have some scraps laying here. So we're going to put that on. And this is just the backing of some ephemera that I got from somebody. And I'm just going to use it. I've got my little glue station right over here to the right. I started to say the left. You know, I can't tell my right from my left. So now there's a million different ways to make tags for your journals. You can spend half a day on a tag and make it just absolutely gorgeous with all the goodies on it. And, you know, I don't have time to spend a half a day on a tag, so I try to make them pretty, but they're not always real elaborate. But now you can spend days on them. And I have seen some people that did, and they're absolutely gorgeous. Mine will not be. They won't be where I spend days on them. I just can't do that, but I wish I could sometimes. But I spend as much time on them as I can. Now, don't tear like I tear, please. Don't tear like that, because that's not a good thing. I'm just trying to tear that off a little bit, because I want to wrap this tag around a little bit to the back side. And I'm just going to trim these little corners just so that we don't have a lot of bulk there at the edge. So what are you guys doing today? I don't think I could have hit that if I tried, could I? I am excited because I have the whole place to myself for the next 3 days. So I'm hoping to get lots of videos done, lots of journals completed, and lots of things out the door. So, and hopefully a lot of packages. If you guys place some orders, we'll get some of those out. Plus, I have been working on new digitals. I've got 2. Well, I've got 1 already up, but another one will be going up this afternoon. I finished it this morning, and I'm just excited. It's pretty outside now. It's going to be cold tomorrow, but right now it's pretty. Now I'm going to glue this down first. You can put a backing in here first if you want, and then glue it down, but I'm going to glue mine down first because all of my edges are not exactly right. So we're going to glue that down. I'm going to use a piece of this paper. It's a paper I got from my sweet friend, and I need about 1,000 more of those if you're out there listening. No, I'm kidding. I am kidding. But I do love this. This is a beautiful color. And I'm just going to cut it off where I marked there. You know, I don't measure. I just mark either with my thumbnail or with one of my pencils. And now that Brandon and I don't have to share a pencil because of my friends sending me so many pencils, I can actually find a pencil now. Isn't that a pretty one? So let's put this down here. Oh yes, I love that. See, you just got that little bit of edge there. I'm just using what I use to glue on. Somebody asked me the other day, you don't just use your copy paper to glue on, do you? No, no, no. This is paper that either has messed up in my copier or paper that I printed on and I didn't need. You know, like this one is a network configuration report, so I didn't need that. So I use those to do my gluing on, because that way I don't waste my book pages. And I also use old magazines. You'll see me drag out an old magazine that I get through the mail, because I don't subscribe anymore. They just send me stuff. Now that's not perfectly straight. It could be a lot straighter, Edith, but it's gonna work. So there is that. Now what we're going to do now is we're going to grab a doily, and I have to figure out which one of my little pouches I have the doilies in. I'm with a company that does print on demand, so they're usually linked below the video, so you can grab those if you'd like. But I'm just going to find a doily. I liked that green, but it was a little bit too greenish. Ooh, this is a pretty one right here. Don't know if it'll be, it's the wrong color. See, when I'm looking at them down in here, they look like the right color, but when I pull them out, they're the wrong color. We may just go with the brown one if we can't find one that is the right color. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is bring in that little blue that's in there. I'm going to bring it up there, and I'm going to put it right there, and then I'm going to trim off part of it so I don't waste it, and we'll put it either on another one, or we might put it down here. I don't know which. Well, that slid right in my hand, didn't it? Oh yeah, I like that. Now, I don't really like putting glue on doilies because usually I get it everywhere. And if you're not careful, you'll mess up your doily. So I just put a tiny bit, and then if I need more, I can go back and add it in later. All right, let's slide that down a little bit. Don't want it quite that tall, or that high up, I should say. Okay, so there's that. Trim that off just a tiny bit. Now this is not going to be the only style that we make, so hang around. Hang around, please, because we're going to do some other things. Okay, I think I'm going to put the other piece right there. Got a little surprise for you. That is something I did a long time ago, many years ago, and I haven't done it in a while. So I thought we would take the opportunity on this video to do that. Now these are going to be sticky tacky because of all the little holes, but you just need to leave it out of the journal until it dries well. Okay, now what we're going to do is I am going to round the corners. Even though these corners are finished out, I'm going to round my corners once I put some glue right there. I am, because I want this to be a journal card. Now I'm going to use this one to round my corners, hopefully, because, and it's not going to cut right because it is still wet. The glue's still wet. So it's going to cut everything except that back. Somebody said the other day when they saw me cutting with it, they said, I know now why I don't want one of those. It doesn't cut good. Well, it cuts well as long as you let your glue dry, but you know me, impatient as I am, I don't normally wait around for that. But if you let your glue dry and keep it cleaned out, it cuts great. Now we're going to put a little bit of ink around this just to finish it off, and then we're going to embellish. Okay, I've pulled out a few of my labels, and I'm going to put some labels on here. Ooh, look at my glue. I'm getting low on this bottle and it's trying to ooze on me. So I think I'll put this one right at the edge like that. And then this one is just a solid label with a blue edge to it. And I think this one I might try to wrap around if it'll wrap. If it won't, then we'll cut it. Okay, it wrapped around good. That works. Okay, then we just need to put a little bit of ink right there. And then I'm going to add some other things on here. I'm going to grab a couple of my smaller flowers. And I think I want to put one in each little section here, little cluster. Now these all came from friends of mine, so I'm not exactly sure where they got them. I'm thinking maybe off of either Amazon or Temu or something. I don't know for sure. I have people that ask me all the time. And I just opened them up and I've put them all in here. They're very, very cute. I like this one. This one is a little bit of a different color. Oh, that one's cute. See, I don't want to cover up all of my label, so I was looking for something that would just go on there and not cover the complete label. So that will work. Okay, let's take the backing off of these. And that backing is stuck down there because of the glue that I put on there. I like that. I really like that. I think I might want a butterfly or two on here. So let's look at some butterflies. Now these are some butterflies and birds and things that some sweet friends of mine cut out for me. They are too kind. They volunteered to do some cutting for me, and I thought that's way too sweet. But I let them. I let them. All right, we're going to get our little tool here because I want to go way down in here. I think I might want that dragonfly. I don't want one too big because I don't want it to cover up everything. There's a cute one right there. So let's look at those. Now, I think all of my birds are going to be too big, so we're going to go with those, I think. Now, this has got a little bit of white on it. I don't mind that, but sometimes I like to just take my dauber and go over that, go over the ends where it's been trimmed, just to cover up any white that might be showing. And then we'll do the same on this one. That one's stuck to my finger. So I think we'll put that one right there, and then I'm just going to put this one down here somewhere, like that, I think. That one down, and then we'll put this one right down here. If you've got glue oozing, just take a paper towel and sop it up, as I used to say. Sop it up. Now I think I'm going to punch a hole in the top of this. And this is our ribbon punch. And then I'm going to use a little bit of this green, I think. This was sent to me by some sweet friends as well. I got a piece in a package that I got from someone, and I don't remember who right now, and I was using it like crazy, and so a friend of mine saw me using so much of it, so she sent me 3 packs. So now I've got plenty. Well, I've got so much glue on my hands, this won't, I can't get this to turn me loose. Okay, for now I'm just going to put one tie in the top of that. You can put a double bow there if you want, but I think that's all I'm going to do to that one. So there is a nice journal card. Now we're going to make a tag. Okay, I'm going to use this one, even though I've already printed on the back of it. I'm going to use it. I'm going to make these 4 inches wide. So there's 1, and there's 2. Save that a piece. I'm going to cut a little bit off of the top, I believe, because I don't want it quite that tall. And I said something about it, even though I've already printed on the back. Truthfully, it's better if you printed on the back. Save those little pieces. We can use them. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put these together like that. This is the front, this is the front, and then we've got the printed on the back there, but that can be written on. Now I'm going to cut this into a tag shape, and I'm going to make sure, hopefully, that they're lined up. Looks like they are. Get right there. And then make sure it's lined up. Flip this over. I just need one of them. And you can use your little template. I've got a template, but sometimes I'd rather just not even pull it out. And then just cut that side. So then you have two tags that are cut the exact same way. Now what we're going to do right here at the top, let me make sure that that's, yeah. What we're going to do at the top is we're going to join these together. Okay, so we're just going to put the tops together like this, and I'm going to use probably a piece of ribbon of some kind. Just a little piece of ribbon. And that right there will work. All you have to have is just a little short piece of, you can do it with a piece of paper, you can do it with ribbon, you can do it with lace, any kind of trim, fabric, whatever. I don't need to be using that anyway. It's stopped up on me. Well, I'm about out. That's the reason it's doing that. It's getting aggravating. I need to refill it. So I'm using my Fabri-Tac. I'm just going to put those together like that. I did these a few years ago. Let me know in the comments below if you remember this. And you'll know what I'm talking about when I get to the point, when I get to the point where I start putting the other parts in here. Okay. Now that glue, it's not anywhere near dry, but we're going to go ahead and fold it because of the video. Now, if I was doing this, if I didn't already have my paper printed and the background printed, I would strengthen this tag because this is not quite thick enough for me. But I'm going to let it go as it is right now because it's going to be fine once we do everything else to it. So on the inside here, I'm just going to put a little piece of washi tape, right? So we're just going to use a piece of this. This doesn't feel like my normal printer paper. Is the reason I'm feeling it, that it's a little bit too thin. But I'm still going to leave it because it's going to be fine. We're going to say it's going to be fine. Alright, we're going to grab just some scrap pieces of paper. And I'm just going to tear this to where it's just a little bit narrower than this. And I'm going to tear all of mine. You can cut them with the trimmer if you want. Alright, let's do 2 of those. I like that writing paper. It's like a newsprint paper, but I like it. And all the papers don't have to be straight. They don't have to be the same size. They can be any size that you have. It's just scraps. Just drag out scraps. This one, we're going to put that in there, and I'm just going to tear it, and I'm guesstimating as to where to tear. And we'll put a piece of this in there. Ledger paper, and it's been glued on and torn a few times in its life. Oh, and that piece don't even, that's a piece of tape. Wow, that's strong tape. See if we can get past that. We got past that one, but I ran into another one. Okay. So we'll just put both of those in there. And then this is just some of my dark grid paper that I use a lot. Coffee dye in it and ink in it. And then let's get a piece of, let's get a piece of this. I'm going to get a piece of this. And this is from my sweet friend Arwen at Inky Finger Society. Okay, so I think that is plenty. Yeah, that's going to be plenty. Okay, we're going to try to mix them up a little bit so we don't have all of the same together. Let's see, I think I want, yeah, I want this one on top. Now, this can be done 2 or 3 different ways. You can fold this in the middle and make a short notebook, or you can put it down and then just trim off some of the bottom. I think I'm going to trim off some of the bottom and just make it a long one. Or you can just fold a little piece over. I mean, you can do it a ton of different ways. This is just going to be a tag notebook. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go stitch right across there. You don't have to do that. You can glue them all together. You can just put them down and glue them. You can do it any way that you want, but I'm just going to stitch real quick. It makes it a lot faster. There we go. Those stitch together. Now I'm going to fold up about where I'm going to tear these. And don't throw these away because they can be used for lots of different things. See, they can be used for little notebooks, all different kinds of things. And I still left it a little bit long, didn't I? Let's do this. I didn't watch my video where I did this a few years ago, but I'm thinking this is similar to it. May not be exact. Yeah, that works. So now we are going to put down some glue. If I can get Mr. Art here to cooperate with me. Come on, Mr. Art, you can do it. You got a little bit more in there, so just drag it out. And I know you're saying, oh my gosh, that's not fitting in there. Make sure you don't put it right in the seam or right where you folded that. It'll fit in just a minute. Give it a minute. Now we're going to trim these off. Trim this off. And then I'm going to trim just a little bit of this off because it's wanting to stick out a little bit. So we're just going to shave it a little bit. And there you go. You have a little tag that has all types of notebook paper in it. So you can put this in a pocket and then they can open it up, they can write in it, put it back in the pocket, or they can just take it out and use it along the way, any way that they want. So this is a little tag notebook, and I made, like I said, I made these quite a few years ago. But I would, if I if I was you and I was going to do this, I would either print my paper on a heavier cardstock, or I would reinforce it somehow. Mine, I don't know how I got a piece of paper in my printer that was just regular, but I did. So now we can embellish just a little bit. I'm not going to embellish a lot because this doesn't need a lot. I love that picture. But I think it needs a little label. I also have some of this faux washi that a friend, I just keep saying friend sent to me, but truthfully, these friends do send me all of this. And I'm so thankful because I love it. And this is just a little piece of faux washi. And we're going to put that right there. And I think I'm going to put another one at the top. And I can show you how to make this if you want to know. I made some of this many years ago. I didn't make this. This came from a friend, but I have made it many years ago. Put that there. And that just looks like that's holding her picture down. Then we'll put a little label down there. Oh, I like that one. I don't really, it says ordered, but I don't care. I like the looks of it on there. And I want you to look at this glue. It's going to aggravate me all day long until I add more glue to it, isn't it? It's just the way it's going to be. Sometimes it happens that way. I normally don't have any trouble out of this, but I try to keep it filled up. And right now it's not filled up. It's way down close to the bottom. So when I shake it, it puts some air in there, and then that air forces it up. And I got that little label a little crooked. Come on now, straighten up. There we go. And then I think maybe a little number. What do you think? A little number up here somewhere. Maybe a little red number. Now don't go away because we've got one more project to do, and I'm going to put this at an angle right across there. You don't have to put your label straight. So I think that's all I'm going to do to the front of that. Now this is still sturdy enough that it's going to stick down in a pocket with no problem. You can decorate the back if you want. You can put something on the inside if you want, whatever. Now we've got one more thing that we're going to do, and then I might let you go. I don't know, I might not. Now let me find my piece of paper. Where did you go? Paper, there it is, way down there at the bottom. Okay. I don't know how many of you get packages from Amazon. Of course, everybody does, don't you? I get tons of packages from Amazon, and it has this crumpled up paper in it. Well, there again, I put it in my heat press, and I press it, and it flattens it out. And then this one I had folded for something else, but we're not going to use it for that. We're going to use it for this. I'm going to make a couple of things out of this. And this is just packaging. That's all it is. It's not anything spectacular. It is, well, I started to show you a piece that I had before I iron it, what it looks like. Let me grab a piece and I'll show you. It just looks like this. And this happens to be a little bit lighter, but it looks like that. You know, you get it all crumpled up. And I just put it in my heat press and iron it. If you have a heat press, you can do that. You can do it with a regular iron. You can do it with a one of those Cricut press. I mean, you can do it with whatever. I just put it in my big old heat press and press it. Okay, and what we're going to do with this is, I don't know why I'm folding it there. I need to be folding it here. You're going to fold this over, and I'll tell you exactly what size this is. And then you, if you want to cut yours like this, you can. This is 7 inches wide, and we may cut it down, but this is 7.5 tall. And I'm folding it over, leaving about a 1/2 inch on the side here, okay? And yes, I do have another fold in there, but that's no problem. It will work its way out eventually. Then you're going to fold this little piece over. Now you can put this in your scoreboard if you want and score it. Do all of that kind of stuff. I'm going to try to do it this way and hope that it's going to come out right. Try. I said try, didn't I? This one doesn't look like it's wanting to fold like I want it to. Okay. Alright, that will work, I do believe. Yes. So then when you get that little fold made, you're going to put this on the inside. Now I'm going to clip this little edge off right here. And then I am going to put my glue on the outside, not the inside, on the outside of your little flap. And then this piece is going to fold over. Just like that. And you just need to make sure that you come to the edge there. Press it down real well. Okay, we're glued together good. There we go. Now on the bottom, we're going to turn this up. And I turn it up about 3/4 of an inch, something like that, depending on how much of the bag I have to play with. So just turn it up, make a nice little fold there, and then we're going to cut these edges off. And then I am going to cut this one on the inside. I'm going to trim this one off because we don't need both of these. Okay, just like that. So now we've got just one little fold up. You're going to put your glue on that one and fold that up. And you have made a cute little paper bag pocket. Now this is going to be our front side right here because we folded that way. Really it doesn't matter because I can't even see that fold. I may make this my front. And then I'm going to take my pinking shear scissors, these little things. I guess you could call them pinking shears. That's what I call them. I don't know what they are. Somebody calls them stamp scissors. I don't know. Crunchy scissors. And then I'm just going to cut that little top. I'm going to cut that little top again because it's not straight. Make a line on there if you have a problem like me of getting it straight. Just make a little line that you can follow. But that's good enough for me right there. So we've got our little, and this is just the perfect size for a tag. And then we're just going to decorate the front of this up. And I'm just going to use some of this scrap paper that I have floating around over here. That's a cute little piece right there. It's already cut a good size. Let's just tear it a little bit. Okay, got that torn. I'm going to ink around it. And then what we're going to do is we're going to do a little stack cluster. So let me get maybe some music page. We'll tear it a little bit larger than this. Let's see. Just make sure we're not going outside the bag. Okay. Then I want one more to make a little stack cluster. Let's just do this one since it's already about the size that we need, and I'm just going to tear a little bit off all the way around. And then we're going to do some inking. And inking on our music page. You could do book page, any kind of scrap you've got, just grab it up and go for it. Alright, let's decide how we want this one. Alright, you don't want them even, you want them uneven. Okay, I think like that is the way I'm going to put them down. So I'm going to put a little glue under each one and then just glue it, and that way it doesn't slip and slide when I start adding other things in there. Okay. And that will go, I'm going to bring it down just a little bit. That will go like that. Okay, so we can go ahead and put that down, but I'm only going to glue right in the middle for now because I may add something else under there. So put that down there. Okay, I grabbed a few little labels out, and I think we're going to tuck this one under right there. That's why I didn't glue it. That's why I didn't glue it all the way down. Then you can go back and tuck some things under. And then I've got this one, and I think I'm going to put it across. Like, let's see, bring that down a little bit. Let me look at it. Nope, it's not straight. Like that. And then this is a Tim Holtz, and I'm thinking about putting it right there. Right there. $18.95. Okay. Then I would like some kind of something to go on there that's not exactly the right color. Okay, I'm going to put that down, and that's going to cover up that little bottom part right there. And I'm feeling like I need something else right there. Okay, there we go. Just a small little rose. Just something to take up that extra opening right there. I'm going to tuck it under here. And then put it up through there. There we go. Now you can either glue these pieces down or you can roll them and ink them. I think I'm going to roll this one and ink it up a little bit. And to roll it, all I do is just, since my fingers are already sticky, it usually rolls up pretty good for me. And then I'm going to ink the back of it. And then we may do that with this one too. Just give it a little roll. There we go. Like that. And then I'm going to glue this little part right here down. So there is your little paper bag made from packaging from Amazon. Quick and easy. Okay guys, I think that is going to be it. I've got enough here that I can make me another little bag. So I'll probably make it and then have it in the photos, but I think that's going to be it for today's video. So you can make the double tag notebook. You can make the paper bag pocket with old Amazon packaging, or you can make journal card just using some scraps. All right, we will talk to you guys later. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.